Hello everybody and welcome back to Take It, Hold It, Mod It. Believe it or not, this episode is actually going to be done with limited ammo mode. Even though I've never really done limited ammo in the past. It's never really been my thing. I've never liked futzing about with the mags or the rounds or stuff like that, but now that we have better hands, I'm actually a bit more keen to it. I might be a little bit more interested. And of course, we're still going to be playing with beginner Blake for this one, just so we have some small mags to start with, then we can build our way up over time. Or we can fit in multiple runs, you never know, this might be a multiple run video. Oh, we start underground this time. Interesting. So, like I said, honestly, I actually haven't been playing limited ammo all that much. I've never really been the biggest fan of it. So, just to check, yep, we can't spawn lock. This is what we're stuck with. Alright, we're going to have to be a little bit more careful with the rounds we put downstream. Yeah, the first time I played limited ammo, which was way back when it was first introduced as a mode, I was really not into it. I kind of really didn't like the idea of playing as limited ammo mode. Mostly because there was way too much like futzing about and kind of... I felt like I was spending more than half the time just kind of rummaging with rounds around in my hand and the magazines and stuff like that. And it was like, not really for me. Now that we have limited ammo, I'm actually going to take a little bit more care. Give me that. I'm going to take a little bit more ammo in the care in rounds that we put down. A little bit. And I also remember we still have to save the magazine just in case. Because we might have to, and honestly, we probably have to resupply before we do this hold, because we don't have enough rounds for that. So... yeah, let's go look for that. There it is, right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of refreshing playing, a mode I haven't really played all that much. I am also not good with the Luger, apparently. I am missing a lot of my basic shots. And, I'll take the Sosa guns as well, just to make sure. And, so how do we actually get our rounds back? Do we... does that give us rounds? I think that did. Yeah, we got all our rounds back from that. That's quite nice. And it gave us tracers as well, which is not the best, but, honestly better than nothing at all, so... and I honestly maybe would like an extra gun. No, we'll deal without it. We can be fine. We're gonna be completely fine with it. Hopefully, maybe. Probably not. I said it in the last one as well, but I really like the look of this map. It's really, really pretty. Really kind of nice looking. I like all the detail in the buildings. It's not just like flat textures like some of the older, or some of the other H2 maps would be. There's actually like a lot of depth, like in the windows and stuff. I know it's like a kind of weird thing to point out, I guess. Not really that weird. I'm complimenting the map, I suppose. Oh, I'm not going to be hitting those shots. I mean, I would if I had spawn locked ammo. I would be a lot more keen to take those shots, but I'm aiming too high. Oh, this actually isn't, yeah, you can't actually shoot through that. This is a wall. Let me use this if I can. Oh, no, I can't shake that to get ammo back. Okay, whew. Does definitely make things a little bit more stressful, having to play around with the shots you have, as opposed to just having infinite ammo. I do understand the appeal of limited ammo. But as I said, it's just never really been for me. I've always kind of liked just kind of making really long shots, and this makes them a little bit trickier. But I guess that is kind of the point. Oh, it's actually down here. You know, I was looking at my my shelf earlier. Like, I have a bunch of shelf in front of me, or I guess behind me now, because I am away from my PC. But I have a shelf in front of me when I'm on my PC, and it is loaded with games I had during the Xbox 360 era. So, you know, it's got like, I've got every single Halo game on Xbox and PC. I kind of made sure to buy every single one. Oh.
Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Yeah, I made sure to buy every single Halo game. I don't know why. It was kind of just I wanted to own all of them, per se. A grease gun. Interesting. I am actually kind of intrigued. So let's put the Luger stuff over here. I may as well work with the grease gun for a while. I actually do like the grease gun. It's quite interesting. I like its fire rate. It's kind of slow, kind of chunky fire rate. Does it have a manual safety? No, this is the only safety, the dust cover. So we're just fine. We're gonna be smooth sailing. But yeah, I have this just massive shelf in front of me full of games that I had in the Xbox 360 era. And I was looking at it today, or I guess last night as well, and I saw Saints Row the Third on it, and I was like, wow. I remember that game quite vividly. In fact, the thing I remember the most about Saints Row the Third is that I used to have this really stupid opinion about it, where I would say, or I would tell my friends, like, yeah, Saints Row is kind of, it's kind of just GTA, but silly. And I meant that as like, oh. I meant that as an insult. Like, yeah, it's just GTA, but for kids. Probably not what I meant, but kind of came off as that. And then, I bought it. Yeah, I bought, what's it called, Saints Row the Third, just as it came out, and I was like, let's see what this is like, huh? Oh, maybe it'll be good, you never know. I don't know why I had that opinion either, because I didn't play GTA. I didn't like GTA either, so I don't know why I was having quite a silly opinion like that. But then I played that and I was like, you know what, this is actually quite fire. This is actually quite a really good, fun game. I was like, you know what, it's fine, it's good. And it's the only Saints Row I've played. I haven't played the fourth one, I haven't played the DLC or anything like that. I haven't played Agents of Chaos, Agents of Mayhem, that's it.
It's over there.
That's what it's called.
Huh? Again.
Agents of Mayhem didn't do very well, did it? It's kind of like, it looked a lot like Crackdown 3, which also didn't really look that good either, but you know. It's sad. I was such a big fan of Crackdown. I really, really loved Crackdown. I loved the first game, and I loved the second game. Honestly, I actually like the second game more, but that's just because I played it a hell of a lot more than the first game. Not because of any, like, what's it called? Like, oh, the gameplay was better in the first one, or like the hunting was better in the first one, transformations and stuff like that. I actually really liked the kind of zombie system that Crackdown 2 went with. You know, it was like Dying Light before Dying Light, except Dying Light was kind of shit and kind of weird. But it was cool. I thought it was really cool. So when Crackdown 3 got announced, I think it was 2016, 2015? It might have been 2015. It was a long time ago. But when Crackdown 3 got announced, I was over the freaking moon. I was ecstatic about that because I was such a big fan of Crackdown. Still am, I guess, you could say.
For me, I guess.
I'll just exchange mags for now because we're probably running pretty low on that one. I don't know how many rounds the grease gun has in its magazine. Exactly, I haven't used it in a really long time, so maybe we're doing just fine, but I'm also aiming a lot better than this than I was with the Luger, which is nice. Really? It was just one hardened? Kind of surprising, honestly.
4 override tokens found.
I'm so sad that Crackdown 3 was terrible.
Next system node and take it.
Why the long...
Or just not even that good.
Yeah.
So again, actually another small tip, and I've given this tip before. I've given every single tip I've said before, and other streams, other videos, like the 12 Days of Meekness series I did. So, actually, let's check. What is this? Ooh, the stoner! That is actually kind of awesome.
Override token.
We'll get rid of that, and we'll put these mags over here. But I've given all these tips in previous videos, in previous streams. So if you're interested in those, you can find them there. In fact, honestly, I would just suggest watching my other take and hold stuff if you're interested in this. I've got tons and tons of it, but you don't have to. It's a lot of work. I haven't had the stoner yet in take and hold. It's a gorgeous looking gun when you get it under the right lighting. Which, unfortunately, this map doesn't really have a lot of. I will say that. The worst part about this map so far is definitely the lighting. It has that kind of stinky... I mean, this part's good-ish. You know, you can actually see a lot of the good details in the stoner and stuff like that. But then sometimes, you know, like over here, you can kind of see the lighting flickering a little bit. Especially in, like, shaded areas or the corners of the map and stuff like that. Then you kind of get this kind of odd, stinky looking shading.
That's in the neck of
Cracky?
the woods.
And
Is this how you break up
Cracky.
with people?
Can I do this? I don't think you can. Nah. I'll just shoot it. I don't mind shooting it. We have an ammo station here anyway. It's fine.
Override token found.
I keep saying I'm going to give this tip, but I keep getting distracted. So the tip I was going to give is if a Sosig sees you and you want to, like, if you don't have time to kill it in time, because again, I think I stated the last stream as well. Not the last stream, the last video. But generally, you want to kill Sosigs as they see you. Is that the only way to refill ammo, by the way? I haven't played limited ammo in a long-ass time, so I don't know if that's the only way to refill ammo, is just to accept that you're going to change ammo types. What do we get? We got black tips? Because I would like to keep black tips, but you never know. But once a Sosig sees you, there's nothing much you can do at that point if you're not going to go ahead and also kill them. That's generally the preference, is to kill Sosigs before they have a chance to start roaming. Because once they see you, they start activating. So, but if you want them to kind of return to a half kind of roaming state, or a half idle state, what you can do is you can wait behind a wall for 2 or 3 seconds, and they'll no longer be as primed to shoot you anymore. They'll still know you're there, but they won't like instantly fire. Because let's use this wall for an example, actually. Let's say there was a Sosig right there where I'm aiming, and it saw me, and I didn't have time to shoot it before it started shooting at me. I would dip behind cover, wait 1-2 seconds, go back around, shoot it, because I know where it is, and I can shoot it immediately, and it won't immediately shoot at me. If you go behind cover and then come out immediately, it's just going to start shooting at you, because Sosigs have a short-term memory where they actually keep in mind where you previously were. They'll actually kind of zone in on where you are. Really, there's a loot point here? Huh. But yeah, Sosigs will actually remember where you are.
It would get.
Oh fuck, that's bad. I should have reloaded. My bad. Ugh. Let's actually, yeah, let's spend some points. Let's get an extra magazine. So how does, oh yeah, that's how that works. That's a magazine upgrade, and that's a magazine bonus. So let's get a second one of those, and let's get an upgraded version as well. Can I put it in there? Nope. Can I put it in, actually, hang on. Let's do some reconfiguring. Oh, no, that's fine. I actually like having it in here. Oh, I can't actually spawn lock it. I'm trying to spawn lock it and I can't. So there we go. We have an extra magazine now. We have less rounds in this. I gotta remember that. I probably won't. I probably will start spraying and forget. But yeah. And I gotta remember, if I'm using this one, I have to put it in here. Because I can't put it anywhere else. Who's shooting at me? You? Let's use it as an example here. The Sosig up there, he'll probably have forgotten me by now. I'll peek back around, and as you can see, it takes a little bit of time for him to actually start shooting me again, which gives you just about enough. Gives you just about enough time to line up a shot. So, yeah, it's a really cool tactic. It's a really kind of neat one to have in your back pocket, so you can use it whenever you need to. I always use it when I need a breather, and I know that peeking again is going to get me killed.
Hold this position.
I was going to go down there and hide,
Analyzing
but I guess I cannot. This looks like this is a really terrible hold. I don't mean like it's terribly designed or whatever, but this one is a brutal hold. Oh, I'm stepping on a rock on my floor. There's like no cover in this area, and I don't know. Can they come from down there? Can they come from? Honestly, Sosig's coming from the middle of the hold. They are doing that right now. Actually, I can see them on the minimap.
static encryption detected.
That's a really neat idea. Sosig's coming up from below you.
Encryption neutralized.
Can't tell. I honestly, I wish there was some way to tell how much was in the thing. Like maybe if you shook it and you rattled it a bit.
Analyzing system.
Maybe every magazine produces a sound. Someone will probably make a mod for that eventually. I know that there's mods to actually have the number of rounds left, kind of like as an actual dial or an actual number when you hold the magazine. But, I want it to be a bit more subtler. I'll probably just deal with it. I can guess. I played this game enough to guess I've probably got about 20 to 30 rounds left. What do we got? We got Swarm.
Encryption neutralized.
So far, limited ammo doesn't seem as bad as I thought it was. Or,
Hold successful.
oh, shit. That actually ejects a round. I thought this was, an open bolt
Override
for some
tokens
reason.
found.
Don't know why.
Advance to next system.
Maybe because I keep thinking most LMGs are open bolt. So. I think we're probably about 15 rounds left. Probably like 5. We're probably really close right now, but luckily we're gonna get all the way up again. So.
It's over there.
There we go. We got all our rounds back. Let's put this in just so we're prepared if we get ambushed. There we go.
Override token found.
Oh. And again, movement is... Oh god, I just got grenade exploded. Movement is generally a great tool against Sosigs. They usually can aim at you pretty well. Okay. So let's move over. I hope we get a Crackdown 4 at some point. Yeah, I know it's probably not going to happen. Crackdown 3 already seemed like it would have been like a stretch to get. But Crackdown 3 being a stretch and then also being terrible kind of just secures the game's fate as never ever getting a sequel.
You're real pain in the neck, kid.
There we go. I could get a grenade launcher if I wanted to. That sounds like it could be pretty fun, honestly. I don't think I want to get rid of my grease gun. Probably not. I'm fine with keeping it. Yeah, trying to also abusing the Sosig's AI to your advantage is something that's really, really useful in taking hold. Maybe you think it's cheesy. Maybe you think like knowing how they work makes it a little bit more cheesy, but you know, eventually you'll learn how they work just through playing. You know, you can sense patterns, you can see them do specific things, and that's generally how I've learned how Sosigs works. Also been asking Anton about it as well. You know, sometimes I'll hop into chat and ask Anton a question and be like, hey, do Sosigs act like this? Or, you know, how do they respond to this or whatever? And then he'll answer and he'll tell me, yeah, that's about how they would respond to that. And, you know, kind of get confirmed how they act. I think we've been to every single... Yeah? Have we? We haven't. We haven't been to this one, I'm pretty sure. Not that there's anything there I really want, honestly, to be fair, but we can have a look anyway.
Go to sensitivity training.
So yeah, try and shoot Zosigs before they even reach you, really. Before they even see you. They usually attack within like 1 or 2... Yeah, they usually attack within 1 or 2 seconds. So if you can kill them in that time... Oh, I should have duplicated this one. What am I doing? I'm a dummy. Well, I guess, actually, we don't have enough slots for it, so it's not the worst, but, you know. Oh well, we fucked up a little bit. A tiny bit. A tiny bit. But having 4 stun eggs is fine enough.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
I like hanging over here a little bit, down these stairs. Okay. Another tip I'd give, I see a lot of people having a hard time keeping steady hands in this game. And again, that is one of those things that kind of just comes with practice. Playing the game for a really long time and obviously stuff like that. Eventually you'll get less and less shaky. But one tip I can give is if you're having a really hard time... Oh god, I'm out. I didn't even... Oh god, and now I'm aiming poorly. There we go. But if you're having a hard time keeping your hands steady, or if you're trying to aim down a scope, or trying to hit a particularly long-range shot and stuff like that, one tip I can give is if you pull your arms in really close to you, like really close, like you're trying to hug your own body. You know, kind of just like squeeze them in like this. You know, make it so that they have less breathing room to move around. You know, kind of tense up your muscles a little bit, like that. That's what I do with my right arm, is I kind of tug it in real tight whenever I'm trying to fire. Instead of doing the chicken wing strategy, if you don't know what that is, you know, a lot of people kind of have their elbow all the way out when they're aiming, and you shouldn't have that, from what I know. I'm not an expert on how to fire guns, but I've seen people being not happy about other people having really big chicken wing arms. So I'm assuming that's probably not what you're supposed to do. I gotta remember, I gotta pick up the mag first, honestly.
5 override tokens.
Makes it a little bit easier.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Ooh, we could get a muzzle brake. If you don't know what muzzle brakes do in this game, they actually do have a function and not just cosmetic. That's why that costs so much money. They actually lower recoil. They all just about universally lower the recoil in whatever you're firing. So if a gun is already really accurate, you can turn it into an absolute laser beam if you put on a muzzle brake. It's really good on some of the SMGs as well, like the Mac 11, Mac 10, stuff like that. It's really good for those because those tend to have really high recoil. So,
You're breaking my heart.
yeah, they all heard me. Unfortunately, those guys you're hearing right now are downstairs, so they're not going to be getting me anytime soon. This is actually really fun. I really like limited ammo. A lot more than I thought I would. I think it's because there's no more futzing around with individual rounds anymore. Because you can refill your entire... Oh god! You can refill your entire supply relatively quickly. Okay. Oh. You know what gun I haven't seen in a really long time? And I really wish I would see it again. And, no, we're not buying that. But I really wish I would see it again. I want to see the MPL. I want to get the MPL in the middle of a take and hold run at some point. I know I could just spawn it in and stuff like that, but you know, I want to catch it in the act. Probably really low on ammo. Probably. Let's do this hold. Let's get this bread. But yeah, I really want to see the MPL again. Last time I used it was actually all the way back in Christmas. Or at Christmas with the 12 Days of Meatness. It was in one of the 12 Days of Meatness episodes. I think it was episode 8, actually. Day 8. And, I freaking love that gun. I really love the MPL. I loved it in Black Ops. Back when Black Ops came out. In like 2010-ish. God, the Black Ops came out over 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. Oh, no, I was seeing things. Where are all the SOSIGs? Weird. I didn't even hear them splat. Did no SOSIG spawn that time? Was it just like a chance that none of them spawned at all? Excuse me. At least one spawned there. Also, you can suppress SOSIGs as well. You don't just need to, like, hit them. That's one thing you can do, especially on the new map, the new North Dakota map, since it's got such long sightlines, and SOSIGs are, generally speaking, more accurate than you are at those ranges. One of the things you can do is you can actually suppress SOSIGs as you're walking up. Like if you have to go through like a really cover restricted ravine or just chasm, just any really long stretch of no cover. We're getting really oddly easy rounds. Surprisingly easy. I think maybe because we're playing on limited ammo and the game's being like, oh, we've got to be careful because, you know, they don't have a lot of rounds. And I'm sitting here with like as much rounds as I can carry. As much rounds, as many rounds. I think as many rounds is the right way to say that. Not as much rounds. Whew. Having this amount of limited ammo does really put you on edge as well. I could go for a battle rifle. We could drop the stoner for a little while. I could get rid of the greased gun. Let's have a look, see what we get. The Galil. Interesting. I actually do really like the Galil. And I think I'll replace it. So, or I'll replace the greased gun with it. Because, you know, it's kind of just better. This is a really old model as well. It's kind of noticeable. It's kind of grimy, especially in this this lighting. The lighting in this area specifically is a little bit fucked. It's got like the really black lighting where it doesn't really look like a proper gun. Ugh. Yeah, it's unfortunate. An unfortunate artifact of the audio. Ooh, we also got a Picatinny reel with it. A reel conversion. I don't think I want that personally. But, I mean, we'll keep it. May as well. I'll also take the grease gun with me, just so we have a chance to recycle it. And I might actually upgrade this. There we go. Oh, no, we can't. We actually could upgrade it again. Can we get a second upgrade? That would be a casket. I haven't seen a casket in a really long time either. I keep forgetting just how many magazines H3VR has. It's kind of crazy. But it's got so many. Oh. Where did the greasy go? The greasy? It's gone. It just like disappeared. Oh no, there it is. I was gonna be a little bit sad there.
Over there.
Oh, we're getting that slow-mo again. If you are gonna peek Sosigs, by the way, oh god. If you are gonna peek Sosigs after they've seen you, don't peek again at the same place, because they do actually, they don't pre-fire, but they hold corners, they hold angles. Oh. Don't forget you can jump in this game. Gives me just that little bit of extra height for that angle right there. May as well dump this magazine just to remind myself that I don't have any rounds left in this. And I think this drum mag is going to be pretty low. We upgraded from a 50 to a 60. Not a huge leap, but it's enough. It's actually a pretty decent leap in terms of limited ammo.
Can't wait.
We actually had a lot more rounds in this than I thought.
Token found.
And we're about to have a hell of a lot more. Unfortunately, I can't recycle it. Oh, we literally just ran out. Do we actually have a round in the chamber right now? No, we don't. We actually are completely empty. I wouldn't have noticed that. Put this all over here. I just put them all on. Because, why not? And then let's equip the casket mag. God, that looks kind of stupid, but I'm into it. Okay. I thought I had an extra Stanak. No, I upgraded it. I'm a dummy. I'm a big dumbass. And then we just trunk. Oh, trunk. There we go. We can't do the thingy reload with this because it's covered up. Yeah. That's kind of annoying. It's not the worst. It's not like I'm going to be using it a lot anyway. We can't do it here, can we? No, even though the mag release is there, like an AK. I think maybe it's too deep into the mag well.
Huh?
Oh, forgot to charge. That's a smoke grenade, is it? Yeah. Oh, that's a fire. That's an incendiary.
Huh?
There we go. I thought I heard a Sosi coming from behind me. I think it was just some of their parts, their jibs, flying everywhere. Yeet.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
I hate this area in Dust 2. Mid. It's so, like, the whole door dynamic is so annoying. So, dangerous. Like when you're coming down here and you're going over here, you might get shot from the tunnels or the door. And it's mostly annoying because I can't do the same to other people. You know, something is usually only annoying because it works on you so effectively, but you can't do anything about it yourself. Like you can't actually use that to your advantage a lot of the time. You know, like kind of one-sided annoyance. It's like when you're playing a fighting game. One of the only reasons you'll use a mix-up quite often, or you'll use the same mix-up, is because A, it's effective, and B, probably because it works on you. If you see someone else playing online against you, and they're using a move which is catching you every single time, and you're like, oh my god, I fucking hate this move. Whenever you play that character, you're going to be like, I'm going to use the shit out of this move because damn did it catch me every time, surely it's going to catch everyone else as well. And then it doesn't work and then you just find out that you're stupid. And that you just get caught by the stuff that people don't normally shoot, or that shouldn't normally get caught by. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, but isn't the foregrip on the Stoner, doesn't it turn all the way around? That's how you turn it into the LMG version, is you actually take the handguard off and you turn it 180 and put it back on again. And then, you, like, this bit can be lifted up and... Is it? No. Because then you rack it from the bottom, as opposed to the top. I do know that this is the, like, assault rifle configuration, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure anyway, I mean it has to be. We didn't buy an LMG from the... We didn't use the LMG category. So... Ooh, that was a beefy hit. That was a really beefy nade. I think I was standing on top of that one. I fell out of my legs. Oh, encryptions, of course. Forgot about those.
Advancing to next system layer.
Man, I constantly forget about encryptions. Did I say it? Oh, that was a loud S. Oof. That was really lit. I heard a whistle from that one. Oof. I'm gonna have to turn that one down. Oh god. I've been trying to fix my my sibilance a lot. Sibilance is really annoying to try to... Oh, I'm out of ammo.
Double down.
I decided to dump my my casket. Just get in here. You get in there. You get in there. Yeah. Trying to actually fix your sibilance is really annoying, really aggravating. Especially if you've got such a harsh sibilance. You know, I found out whenever I stream now, whenever I hear myself having a harsh S sound, I go into my my EQ filter and I record a bit of it, and then nail it down with FL Studio. I find out where that frequency is, and then I go into my EQ and then just slam it down and go like, you know what, never have that sound again. And it's really annoying because if you do that too often, or if you do too much, you actually end up taking a lot of volume away from your voice. There's no longer any actual... Like, it sounds weird. It sounds a bit too odd.
Encryption neutralized.
So I have been trying to fix my sibilance a lot, and now, because of that sibilance tangent, I have completely forgotten about the subject I wanted to talk about before.
Advance to next system
Thank you, sibilance, and you do more than just sound terrible. You also make me forget half the shit I'm talking about. Maybe I'll remember it again. Oh no, I remember it now. I was gonna say, and I think I said it in the last day as well, but I really wish that the encryptions were in some really interesting locations. Oh. I'm out. I don't have room for this, actually. There we go. Oh my god, we have to take a health sosig. Honestly, it seems a bit too powerful that they give you 2 health sosigs at the beginning. I think getting just 1 was already really strong. Giving us 2 is kind of overkill. Oh, we have AP rounds in the... Oh. I love the sound this thing makes, though. The sound that the Galil makes in this game is so satisfying. The big drummy sound it makes. It's really satisfying. Really nice. Let's try and get a sight. I mean, it's neat, but we're going to have such a high sight picture that if I use that I'm just probably not going to use it. And that's not an ammo refill station. Hopefully we can find one because both our casket mags are out. Would really suck if we suddenly have to deal with having only a few Stanags. But I really wish the encryptions were in more interesting spots on this map. You know, I think this map doesn't use its geometry to some really, really cool strengths so far. You know, you have a really open, really kind of crowded, city-dense map. Oh, shit. Yeah, you have a really crowded, city-dense map. But there's no encryptions that actually take full effect of the cityscape. They're all just kind of sitting here, kind of idly by, and when you could have some of them in the sky, you can have some long-range sniping shots you have to make, where like maybe there's an encryption on top of the building, or maybe it's kind of hanging out one of the windows or something like that, or hanging on the scaffoldings. Maybe it's trying to hide over by one of these boxes or something. You know, kind of really take use of the environment, I think. Would be really kind of cool. It might feel a bit cheap if you try and... Let me have a look. Hang on. Ooh, it's spinning on. I'm just checking to see if everything's good recording-wise. But it might feel a bit cheap if you're looking for the last encryption and you just can't find it. But, you know, I think if you place them in pretty good spots, you could really get away with a lot of cool stuff. Like, again, like putting them up in the scaffoldings. Like, imagine, like, sticking one right there-ish. Or, maybe sticking them under there or the top of there. Kind of try and hide them a little bit. Not exactly hide them, but just put them in places that will be kind of cool, you know? Also, the second, what's it called, is actually way, way down. The second loot place. So we're gonna have to go down and down again. By the looks of it. Whoosh! You really go down this far. There's not a lot of reasons to go down here. I missed because I had to go around the pole.
What's going on over here?
What's going on over there? I was about to say come and find out, but he did. He did indeed come and find out. Yes, we get an ammo refill. I was about to say, we actually don't have enough rounds for a hold. And then we take this. Put that in there. Where's my other one? There we go. Did we get rounds? Yeah, we did get rounds. Put that in there. Where's my casket? There's my casket right there. I actually had it. Are we discharged? Yeah. Nope, we were charged. Okay. Discharged also isn't the right term for that. Yeah, this is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. We might do a lot more limited ammo runs if you want. Tell me if you're interested. If you're interested in me doing limited ammo or spawn locked, we can kind of hop between both or stuff like that. Could be fun. Could be really, really fun. We could try a limited ammo with a bunch of different characters as well, and you know, just kind of do some crazy things. Play limited ammo with Ricky Dicky Random or such. But yeah, I really hope, I really want to see like a lot more kind of maps that take full, what's it called? Not effect, full, I'm blanking on the word for it. Full use? It's something like that. Full use of the environment around you. Kind of create some interesting situations just via the geometry. You know, all like the encryptions and stuff like that. Maybe the angles you can hold. Dust 2 gets a really good kind of, all of the fundamentals are down on this map, like with angles and stuff like that, but that's mostly because it's already been a map. You know, it's been a map for like 10, 20 years at this point. They've ironed down this map's angles more than any other map in like any shooter game. So this game, you already have tons of really good angles in a translated version. This also does fulfill Clicks Phillips' prophecy, which is that every single game, if it has modded maps, is going to have Dust 2. Always. This is a known phenomenon where if there's custom maps available, if you can mod and stuff like that, someone's gonna mod in Dust 2. There's like, oh. Okay, I mean, he just really dove for cover right there. He was not interested in fighting. He realized my power. I think we're almost out. I think I'm gonna swap. Oh, we also can't, we can't better hands caskets. I just realized. What an interesting balancing, tactic. Very interesting, actually. I didn't consider that we couldn't actually better hands caskets. I am also surprised about the lack of encryptions in limited ammo. I knew that you had less in limited ammo. as compared to spawn locked, but I didn't think it would be this drastically less. You know, usually in at this stage in Tech and Hold in spawn locked, you would have like 4 swarms, and now we only have 1 swarm. I mean, that made sense back when swarms were like painful and awful and really challenging. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense now that they're kind of piss easy to deal with. They're just a target that has 3 points you have to shoot. I really like these small little cubbies right here that allow you to shoot through them. Static encryption. Put this in there. Where is the static? Oh, it's stealth encryption, not static. Okay, I guess maybe don't place stealth encryptions in the sky, because that's going to be painful. You're basically playing I'm on observation duty, and that's a very not an obscure reference, but pretty weird one to make actually. If you don't know what that is, I'm on observation duty is a game where you're basically playing Spot the Difference, but it's kind of in a horror theme, where you're watching security cameras and you have to scroll through about 4, 5, 6 rooms, maybe 9, and you have to pay attention to everything that's in those rooms, you know? If something moves, if something changes, you have to kind of, you have to mark that down. You have to actually report it. You actually have to give a report to, I'm also just dumping that. I don't need it. You have to give a report to actually get the problem fixed. So, like, for example, it can be something subtle, like maybe a book on a shelf disappears, and that does count as an actual, like, thing you have to report. You have to actually look really close to try and find stuff like that, and kind of just get used to where everything can disappear. Or it could be as in your face as, like, a naked man jerking off in a corner. No, I am not joking. That isn't hyperbole. That is an actual thing that can happen in I'm on observation duty. Why did I make a reference to that? Oh yeah, because putting stealth encryptions in the sky is basically like asking me to fucking find a needle in a haystack. So, you know what, maybe don't take my idea. How about that? My idea is stinky. No, I think it's okay. Can you choose where encryptions will go, where specific encryptions end up? This is an actual, like, take and hold modding question at this point for all the people who make maps and stuff like that and plan in encryptions. Can you make it so that your map, or that every encryption has its unique own spawn point, or is it just like a general, like, this is where an encryption will spawn? You know, do they class as one big thing or multiple things?
Oh, what that is.
Grab the mag! Grab the mag!
Let's check this out.
Okay. Oh, there's another one coming. Please don't. Here we go. Oh. See, I'm curious to know, because if you can place them per encryption type, you could do a lot of really cool stuff, actually. Stuff that makes a lot of sense and isn't just unfair. You could put like a swarm encryption in the sky that you have to shoot from long range, while also having a stealth encryption, which is like somewhere down low where you can see it. Because if you put it in the sky, I'm going to twist your balls. How about that? I do not want to have to look for encryptions in the sky. I don't want to have binoculars in order to find the encryption. Actually, I guess you also have to consider what headset the users are using, because that can make a massive difference. You do have to consider what the game is going to play like, what the map is going to play like from the bargain bin, bottom of the barrel headsets. The ones that don't have any, like, or the ones that have kind of pretty bad resolutions, not bad, but pretty like pretty average kind of quality settings and stuff like that. Like, for example, the Quest or the Quest 2 and And you don't need to balance your map for that. You can just say, by the way, this map isn't balanced for quest, which, you know, you could do. But, you know, it helps. If you want your map to be kind of widely experienced, per se. So I guess if the encryption or if the stealth encryptions are really hard to see on a specific headset, then, I mean, I think they already are actually, even in the actual normal take and hold maps, like the hallways one that Anton made way back in like 2-3 years ago. You know the one, you know the average take and hold map, not the new one, the actual kind of asylum looking one, not asylum. It's an asylum at this point because I've been in it for so long I've gone loopy. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with limited ammo, as you can see. I don't feel as needed to kind of hold back my ammo. I can just kind of fire at will. That's also just mostly because I have a lot of ammo to spare. You know, I actually did it for me. Hey, I'm the one playing the game, not you. I think we're on maybe 10-20 rounds left. 10-15-ish. We're also gonna end this episode pretty soon, I think. Yeah, we're gonna end this episode pretty soon. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to... Oh! I just threw something. I heard a notification in my phone, like an actual alarm. So I was like, oh my god, what's that? Where'd I throw my phone? Sorry, phone, I'm sorry. My bad. Who cares? You're old. Yeah, we'll end this episode pretty soon. I think we're going to end it after this hold. And, maybe spend all our points. We have a lot more than 20 rounds in this, or we had a lot more than 20 rounds. Maybe this isn't 60 rounds. Maybe this is 70, and I'm gonna forget it. This is a lot more rounds than I thought the casket mag actually had. Okay. Well, I would call this a successful limited ammo run. And it really doesn't feel that much different from spawn locked. Maybe at the beginning, at the start, it's a lot harder because you can't just like spam away. But late on, once you have a bunch of mags, yeah, this is considerably easier. Ooh, we're getting slow down. Okay. Just spend all our points. See what we get. The QBZ, is it called? QBZ. I actually can't remember, or I can't imagine. Not I can't imagine. God, apparently I can't speak. I can't believe that I remembered that.
Over there.
Right. This has a external selector. And then we put in the Stanag, of course, because it obviously fits. What do you mean it doesn't fit? Okay. I think we'll end it here, and we will continue on in the next episode. Not this run. We'll start with a new one, of course, because as you can see, we're ending this one. But really successful. We still had a health SOSIG as well. That's quite a lot of points. And we had the same amount of holds. Another 50-minute run. So, well, you're getting a lot of take and hold content now. The 12 Days of Meekness episodes were actually a lot shorter than this. They were like 30 minutes long, so apparently I'm doing an hour-long episode a day now. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I will see you later. Hope you enjoyed the series. Hope we'll catch you for tomorrow's episode as well. And again, if you like the stuff I make, if you're liking it, just, you know, share it around, show it to other people. It would very much help me out a ton, and I would really appreciate it. But until then, I'll see you next time. I'll also put the, what's it called, the playlist. I'll put the playlist on the right, top right there. It'll appear, it'll come also on the side here. So if you're interested in the rest of the series, or I'll probably put the 12 Days of Meekness one there as well. If you're interested in the 12 Days of Meekness, you can click on that as well. So I will see you later. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya.